Hey guys, what's going on? Time for another fragrance review. Today I'm reviewing a fragrance which is my first fragrance from this house, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy any more because this house is actually discontinued now. They have closed the house, but this fragrance is kind of like available online, and still I think you can find it find this particular fragrance at very good prices. Okay, so fragrance we're gonna be looking at today is very popular ones, Zeus. Okay, and I'll tell you how I got to know about this fragrance, why I decided to buy it. It was a complete blind buy, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. And that's it. I mean, pretty much, if is it something that you need to look at, similar fragrance and stuff like that. Anyway, tonight it's the day was kind of breezy and nice, very clear day, a sunny day, breezy, but at night time it was a bit humid. So you go to that, like, like kind of sweaty point if you walk for 5-10 minutes. So I went for heavy dinner. So I was wearing this one after a long time, Elizabeth Arden green tea. It's a women's perfume, I know, and it's inexpensive today, but this fragrance, god, it's just, trust me, this fragrance will last a very long time. If you like green tea, if you like jasmine, and if you do like the citrus lemon, this is a perfect fragrance for you to relax. Okay, so that is my scent of the night. And since it was hot and humid basically, and the fragrance, let's go into the review. But before I start, how I got to know about this fragrance was the video of Sai, Fragboy Stewie. I think he did a review for Jeremy fragrance contest, and that's where he reviewed it. Okay, and he said he never heard of this house before, but this fragrance actually he really liked it. So here you go. This fragrance, the house is called Kelsey Berwin. I'm still not used to saying it, but here you go. Here's the box, kind of tall box. It has a black and silver two-tone. Almost reminds me of CK Truth. I think CK Truth or CK Man something. There was this fragrance, from the house of Calvin Klein. It was like kind of like a box. It reminds me of that. I forgot the name actually. So anyway, so it says Zeus. It's EDP concentration 100 ml, and it's for men. And there's also women's version of it. I never tried it. And silver lining is actually continuing throughout the whole box. At the back, at the side, sorry, the back, and this is the side. So these actually, I got the information from Sai, that is, this is Arabian house, and these fragrances are made in Paris, so they say. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of quality in it. So anyway, these, if you look at the bottom here, it will say made in France. That's the box. Nothing serious. It looks nice, and it says the company name up top on the silver part. Okay. Bottle here, it's pretty standard bottle, and this bottle actually reminds me exactly of another fragrance bottle line I have, that is a Mercedes-Benz, the men line. Okay, so I have 4 in this line: the original, the intense, the perfume, and then the cologne. They're all in the similar shape, but since this is black, so I'm comparing them. So this one, both of them are glass. This is glass, it's totally opaque. Here it got black, and then it slowly fades to see-through. At the bottom is much heavier than this, so that this bottle is much more quality than this. Okay, and another thing is that this bottle is much more premium, heavy, thick glass, and the cap also very heavy. Got a lot more detailing than this one, but this one, even though it's opaque, if you put it against the light, like LED or some light, you can see the juice level in the bottle. So this whole part is glass. Bottom is your information. The cap is kind of like flimsy. You can hear it. If you do this, it actually feels like very cheap plastic, and like it's a plasticky feel. It got weight, but not my favorite cap, and that's what it looks like. So cylindrical bottle also remind you of a little bit of Dior Sauvage, like this or so, kind of like cylindrical bottles. All right. So but this fragrance came before Dior Sauvage, so actually they didn't copy the bottle design. Okay, so I don't know when this got discontinued, but you can still find it. It used to be like $15 or $14 once. Now it's more like you gotta pay $35. Still, I say pretty reasonable. And you can pick up the bottle by the cap. It's not very heavy, and it's okay. So overall, the sprayer now. Okay, this end I have something. Let's spray it here. Okay, sprayer is pretty good on this. Okay, let's go 2 sprays, and yep, pretty much. It depends on you, how you like the bottle, but I think more than the bottle presentation, the fragrance itself is what I like. So I told you this is a complete blind buy. I bought it from USB page. I ordered it from buy. He bought it for me, and I didn't know what to expect. But seeing the reviews and everything. This one and one other fragrance, Thallium, Thallium's Purum. It almost looks like this bottle. I also ordered that. I also review it. I think that's a hidden gem as well. But I heard it gets plenty of compliments and it's a beast mode fragrance. So yeah, let's see what we got. So it's, first of all, it's a very, very strong and potent fragrance. Let's talk about longevity. Pretty damn good. It's 8 out of 10 longevity wise. It's not perfect 10. It's not quite like all night, but I would say if you're wearing it in the cooler weather, let's say spring, early winters, this is going to be good for clubbing. It's a great clubbing fragrance, and it will actually push until midnight or so, even if you're going for your late snacking after your your booze and everything going out. This one you can still detect on your shirt. How many sprays? I would go like 3 to 4 sprays with this to make it last and project really long. So now seasons, as I told you, early like spring, early winter, cool weather, it will be perfect, but you can also wear it in the summer nights if it's not too hot and humid. Okay, it's a very sweet fragrance. The notes in this so far I got without I would say I looked at the Fragrantica note breakdown, but I'll tell you what I got. I got heavy dosage of green apple. Okay, I'll show you similar fragrances that I got the green apple from. Then I got huge dosage of tonka bean, and I also got, they say there was cardamom, there's lavender, there's lily of the valley. I did not get much of those. I got basically the tonka bean, cedar, and the green apple. Those are the main notes to my nose, all right? And it has some sort of aquatic. At the same time, it doesn't have so much of darkness, which this bottle looks like it's a black bottle. It's gonna be dark fragrance. No, this is a sweet aquatic fragrance. And when you think of sweet aquatic fragrance, first fragrance comes to your mind is this one, right? Paco Rabanne Invictus. Yeah, it has a feel of Invictus. But this one right here, Zeus, I'm calling it as an underrated gem because this one has much better performance than Invictus on me. Invictus does last long time, but I would say Zeus would beat in terms of performance. Invictus would be beaten by this, but this one is a little bit more than Invictus. Invictus only has the aquatic salty notes mixed with tonka bean and a lot more sweetness and stuff. It's like a bubblegummy kind of fragrance with an aquatic touch. This one kind of the same family, but it's a lot more pronounced than this one. So this one gets a lot of ladies' attention. So will this one, right? This is not very well known today. I'm bringing it back just to remind you. Sometimes you have to pay not so much premium to smell good and project really well. So that's one thing, Invictus, okay? But that green apple note I was talking about, I'm going to show you kind of few fragrances so you have some idea. First fragrance Zeus reminded me of is this one, Azarochrome Legend. It has a beautiful green apple note, but this has a lot more tonka bean. It has tea note. It has I think a lot more other notes that is good for also winter, but it goes different direction, But the tonka bean and the apple that I got from Azarochrome Legend, I also got from Zeus. That's the first comparison. Then you can also think of green apple note that you find in Lacoste Red Style in Play. That has beautiful green apple note. Then perhaps this one, Nautica's The Voyage, has an aquatic note like mixed with green apple, musk, and some salt. So think of the green apple minus the salt. Okay, so this one, green apple note. And then very popular one would be Versace's The Eros. If you like Eros, you're definitely gonna dig this one. I keep thinking which other fragrance this one remind me of. This one, Versace's The Eros, but this one has the mint. This one doesn't have the mint. So this one has a heavy tonka and green apple that I think you can find in this fragrance. So yes, some more fragrances, not quite finished. If you also liked Azaro's Wanted, okay, original Wanted, then you like these two very, very hype fragrances, Rasace's Hawas and Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua. These two, if you like all these fragrances that I showed you, you can definitely give it a try. Okay, this fragrance, I think if you buy in Bangladesh, I think you have to pay around $37 to $38. Think of like even a little bit less than $40 for 100 ml ADP, Bangladesh condition. This is much cheaper than all the other fragrances that you just saw, right? Invictus gonna cost you more. Invictus Aqua Hell is gonna cost a lot more. Other Wanted perhaps a little bit more expensive than this one. And then the last stage, what you also gonna get very last stage on the dry down, slight feel of Bleu de Chanel. So I'm like not trying to hype this fragrance up in such a way that you're gonna get 16-15 fragrance in one fragrance and this is like a bomb, something brand new. Nothing like that. This is gonna smell like very familiar DNA territory. and it's very sweet, it's very noticeable, and it has a little bit syntheticness about it. So I suggest do not sniff it like this. Okay, if you go down under your skin and you just like try to smell your blood and bone and stuff, do not do that. This fragrance smells nice when it's in the air, it's just floating around doing its magic and stuff, and you just, you know, dancing, there's some cool breeze flowing, people will get whiffs of your fragrance. That will make it very pleasant. So I think it works the same way as, I think, you know, just not the similar fragrance, but how Perry Ellis Red works, 360-degree red. It smells so good in the air. It's synthetic, but it smells damn nice. It has some peppery kick. This one has the tonka bean kick. Okay, it's heavy green apple tonka bean on steroids. Okay, so I think this will be good for younger folks, younger generation. I think women can use it too, but it has that dominant feel to it, like you just want to have control. It has that smell, it has very aggressive notes to it. So this I wouldn't suggest for people who like niche sort of fragrance, you like sophisticated polished fragrance, artistic fragrance. This is not for you. This is for people who are looking to grab attention. You want to go for clubbing and you just want to go for a date and you want to be a little bit flirty, you want to be a little bit reckless, and I would say a little bit of people who are out there, you know, extrovert people, not introvert people. Indoors you can use it, you can also use it for work, just like Invictus Aqua and Hawas, but go one spray on your chest under your shirt. Okay, so scent strength, everything is so good, everything is solid. Smell wise, I really like it. It's definitely worth, for me it was a blind buy, it was definitely worth it. But caution is, if you have a lot of sweet clubbing fragrance, if you do own all these fragrances that I showed you, even if you own 2 3, if you let's say own Hawas, I don't think you have to look at this because you're already good. Okay, but if you're looking for within $40 budget a good fragrance that is discontinued, it's easy to find still, but you can feel in that way that I got something that been discontinued. In future I may not find it, maybe the price will go high, right? In that way you'll feel good. Bottle presentation is not my favorite, let me be honest. I do not like this bottle design much, but the fragrance juice is very nice. Okay, so overall this fragrance I'm gonna give, based on what it is, and the price is not exactly a cheapie now, but what it is, basically I'll give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Definitely check it out. It's a nice fragrance, and size review I'll put it down in the link. Check it out, he described it very well. Great for dating, great for clubbing, great for daily wear, youth. This is a youthful fragrance. Okay, and it's open for all, anybody who wants to smell fresh, clean, fruity, sweet, and you want to project, this kind of fragrance I would look at. So Zeus is god of thunder, it kind of feels like that, you know, it feels like godlike. Right, so if you did enjoy Invictus, maybe this would be an upgrade to Pakura One Invictus, right? So that's my review on it. Zeus Puram by Kelsey Berwin, I think that's the name. Yeah, take care guys, do let me know if you ever tried it. It's a solid fragrance out there. I'll talk to you soon, have a very nice day. I'll see you soon, bye bye.